Okay, new attempt. It's a Sklock build with maximized thrust and just assault drones battalions. I could take apotheosis. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. More thrust means more damage. Sure, if we get quantum decoherence, I will go for the 20. If we don't, I will get the speed. It's a win-win. Also, this one seems to be very good. Because all of the constructs are benefiting from my region. You know what? Get another swarm. We want to stay above 10. I'll keep getting the speed because we don't have it now. We don't want to waste the reroll. And that's where I stop. I think this worm only spawns if you have champions. I think it's time to do this. I don't know how to make it so this worm does more hull. I think we need bravado at this point. Weird enough. If you always encounter champions, you always spawn this worm. What a weird take on late game. I would have never imagined. No, Atraxia plus the speed damage is it's working kinda. They're all burning though. Fire damage is the biggest issue. Even for the swarm. How do we learn cool things? Uh, I'm gonna go for it. My guys are not out regening the fire trial bursts. And bravado is way too rare for me to try. It will also lead to a little death. I mean, maybe having an even bigger quantity of swarm would make them survive from fire trails. See, I had like a bunch of guys. Fire trail killed everyone. No region. Basically, that's the flaw with the swarm. Even if you make a swarm build with like carrier, the swarm will always die. To fire trails. See, if your damage your swarm is assigned to use is not applying any vulnerability. So I think the biggest flaw with this update, it's swarm and the endgame. It's basically impossible to use the carrier towards the endgame. Because just deploy them automatically, but they just die to fire trails. Unless you have detected the new update for the Guardian. But I think it's working only for the Guardian. Not the Guardian. The defensive drones. Here. Drones will protect you for enemy blast or burn damage, but nothing is gonna protect my swarm. Yeah, there's no way out of this. The more I look at this, the more the swarm will die no matter what. So this mod defeats. Even if you save them, they still end up dying. We tried with the best mods. We took Vital Bond, didn't we? We took Vital Bond, we took Apotheosis. There was nothing else. I had like 2 or 3 region mod, if not 4. They just died to fire trails. It doesn't tell you how much. The hole for that is 8. Even if we regen. Basically their max HP, they still die to the fire trail. That's an issue. I think I got Apex Machinery as well. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't. But it's actually irrelevant. Because like the swarm, it doesn't really matter for it. It's based on how many enemies you kill. Yeah. I'm thinking if there is anything else that could save you from the fire damage. Not me. I mean saving my swarm. They're supposed to protect me. Burnout reactor is useless because the constant fire rate doesn't decrease their hold. They just burn to death. They have way too low HP to survive. I don't know how Apotheosis works with swarms, but I don't think they survive. Maybe they do, but Leaf of Wind could be one, but no, I just don't see how it's happening, to be honest. Oh. Because that was a full damage build based on Atraxia, Trust damage, barely enough. No, actually zero. Zero hull upgrades, zero shield upgrades, just damage. And it wasn't enough. I'm thinking if there's something else that I could do. You gotta kill the other enemy fast, but you can't do it with the weapon. If we take Overseer. And we can't survive if we don't. I think that's like, it's sad to see the entirety of the carrier build just die because of that. Unless you make like a fully focused shield build for that. I don't see how they are surviving, but I feel like they will still die even with the shield on. Unless a barrier applies to that. But only applies to a certain amount of swarm, and it doesn't apply to everyone. It's like 3 or 4 or something. And while if it applies to 3 or 4, the more swarm you spawn, the more the shield damage reduces. So they still die to fire damage, no matter what. I think there should be some sort of scaling to fix that. Because the fire damage is wrecking every swarm, and nah. Let me know your opinion on this.